Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful. Katie Logan devastated, Bill Spencer marries Poppy. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers revealed what viewers figured out weeks ago. Poppy Nozoa, Romy Parks, is an innocent woman. Sure, she has her faults. But Bill Spencer's, Dawn Diamond, girlfriend is not a cold-blooded murderer. Despite all of Katie Logan's, Heather Tom, hard work, Poppy Nozoa, Romy Parks is going to come out smelling like roses. No one can really blame Katie Logan for declaring Poppy Nozoa the Il Giardino killer. After all, her own daughter Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada, left a trail of clues leading straight to Dollar Bill's girlfriend. Plus, who would have thought Luna tampered with her ON paternity test? Even dead. Baker and the Los Angeles police believed that Poppy was a murderer. That's why she's been sitting in jail. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal it won't be long before the shocking truth comes out. After all, Luna can't hold Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McHinswood, hostage forever. Eventually, Steffi is going to break free and expose her sordid crimes. Or someone will finally realize Queen Steffi is missing and come to her rescue. It became pretty clear a few weeks ago that Katie Spencer still had feelings for her ex-husband Bill Spencer. Katie insisted she was just trying to protect Bill and their son when she handed Poppy to the police on a silver platter and threw her under the bus. When Poppy walks out of those pearly prison gates, Katie is going to have to eat crow. Bill Spencer seemed to genuinely care about Poppy Nozoa on The Bold and the Beautiful before he thought they had a daughter together. When Poppy gets out of jail and learns what Luna did, she's going to need a shoulder to cry on. According to B&B spoilers, Bill will be at Poppy's beck and call, and Katie will be playing second fiddle soon. Do you feel bad for Katie Logan? Do you think Bill and Poppy will be able to pick up where they left off after everything that happened? Katie Logan stood at the edge of the cliff, the wind whipping her auburn hair around her face as she stared out at the ocean. The waves crashed violently against the rocks below, mirroring the turmoil inside her. She could hardly believe what had just happened, the words still echoing in her mind like a cruel taunt. Bill Spencer had married Poppy. It was a sentence she never thought she would have to hear, let alone accept as reality. Bill, the man she had loved so deeply, the father of her child, had married someone else. And not just anyone, Poppy, the new and glamorous socialite who had breezed into Los Angeles like a whirlwind, capturing everyone's attention with her beauty and charm. But no one had been more captivated than Bill. Katie's mind flashed back to the last few months, a whirlwind of emotions and confusion. She had noticed the change in Bill, the way he had grown distant, his mind always somewhere else, his phone calls more frequent and mysterious. At first, she had thought it was business. Bill was always dealing with something at Spencer Publications. But then she had seen the way he looked at Poppy, that spark in his eyes that used to be reserved for her. She had confronted him, of course. How could she not? But Bill, with his smooth words and practiced charm, had reassured her that nothing was going on, that Poppy was just a friend, a business associate. He had even accused her of being paranoid, of not trusting him after everything they had been through. And she had believed him because she wanted to believe him. She had wanted so desperately to hold on to the life they had built together, to the idea of their family. But now, as she stood there, the cold wind biting into her skin, she felt like a fool. How could she have been so blind, so naive? She had let herself be deceived, and now she was paying the price. The wedding had been a lavish affair, of course. Bill never did anything halfway. The ceremony had been held at a private estate overlooking the ocean, the same ocean she was staring at now, though she hadn't been able to bring herself to attend. She couldn't bear the thought of watching Bill pledge his love to another woman, to see the life they had shared become nothing more than a memory. But she had seen the photos, splashed across every tabloid and social media feed. Bill looking dashing as ever in his custom-tailored suit, his arm around Poppy, who had looked every bit the picture-perfect bride in a gown that seemed to have been made just for her. The two of them had smiled, waved, posed for the cameras like they were the happiest couple in the world. And why wouldn't they be? Poppy was everything Bill wanted: beautiful, ambitious, unencumbered by the baggage that Katie carried. She didn't have a history of heartbreak, of trust issues, of health scares that had nearly torn her apart. Poppy was fresh, new, exciting, the perfect trophy for a man like Bill Spencer. Katie's heart ached with the weight of it all. She had fought so hard to keep her relationship with Bill alive, to overcome the obstacles that had been thrown their way. She had forgiven him for so much, for his betrayals, his lies, his infidelities, because she had believed in the love they had shared, in the bond that had been forged through their trials. But now it seemed that love had not been enough. She had not been enough. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she let them fall, feeling the sting of each drop as it trailed down her cheeks. She was devastated, her heart shattered into a million pieces, each one a reminder of what she had lost. She had been through heartbreak before. God knows she had. But this felt different. This felt final. She turned away from the ocean, wrapping her arms around herself as if she could somehow hold the broken pieces of her heart together. She didn't know what she was going to do, how she was going to move forward from this. Bill had been such a central part of her life for so long, even when they weren't together. And now he was gone, truly gone. And it wasn't just about her. It was about Will, their son. How was she going to explain this to him? How was she going to tell him that his father had married someone else, that their family was no longer the way it had been? Will adored his father, and despite everything, she had always tried to keep their relationship strong. But now everything had changed. A bitter laugh escaped her lips as she thought about the irony of it all. Bill had always claimed to love her, to want to be with her, to build a future together. He had made promises, grand gestures, declarations of love that now seemed so empty, so meaningless. And she had believed him. She had wanted to believe him. But love, as she had learned time and time again, was not always enough. It couldn't fix everything. It couldn't erase the past or change who someone was at their core. Bill was who he was, charming, powerful, and ultimately selfish. He had always put himself first, his desires, his needs, and now he had done it again. Katie took a deep breath, trying to steady herself, to find some semblance of strength. She knew she couldn't stay here, wallowing in her pain and self-pity. She had to pick up the pieces and move on, for herself, for Will. She had to show him that they could be strong, that they could get through this. But as she walked away from the cliff's edge, the wind still swirling around her, she couldn't help but wonder if she would ever truly be able to let go of the love she had for Bill, or if it would haunt her forever, a constant reminder of what could have been.